Here I am. Sorry, coming on just a few minutes late for Teach Me Tuesday today, but I wanted to get all my ducks in a row. So, want to get on the right internet, and hopefully, then we won't freeze for the few minutes we're on. So, today I am going to. I've been sharing a lot of tools. So, I've been sharing the Stamparatus, which watch for the bonus video of the. Let's see, I've posted two videos on the Stamparatus. The third one will go up right as soon as I get done with Teach Me Tuesday on YouTube, and I will also post a link on Create With Me. So you'll see the third in the series on the Stamparatus. We've taught about the Take Your Pick tool. We've taught about Winco Stella. I've taught about, I'm trying to think what other tools. I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, so I started thinking that let's teach some basic things. And today we're going to teach about a box. So I'm going to go to my very favorite box. This is a very fundamental, but you're going to find a lot of uses for it in your stamping project. So let me introduce myself. I'm Mary Ellen Stites. My friend Kelly that's on calls me Elaine, but I'm Mary Ellen Stites. My business is Create With Me, and I'm creating here in the nest for you. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put you down to my desk. And the box that I'm talking about is my favorite, the 2468 box. So if you haven't heard about it, it's pretty easy to put together, and I'm going to show you some different sizes that you can do really easy. I do have a pattern. Let me put that pattern up. Let me see if I can put that pattern up. So there's the pattern. So not much to it, right? You can see the kind of the lines there, 2, 4, 6, 8 going across, and then I'll show you the score line. So you could take a snapshot of that if you want. I'll also post this pattern the tutorial in the comments. How about if I post it in the comments, then you'll have it. You can save it to your phone. Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. So let's get started on the 2468 box. This is a standard sheet of cardstock. This is 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to cut it down. So as you can see, I've got it. I'm going to keep the 8.5 side, but I cut this one down to 7 inches. This box here, I cut to 8 inches. So you're going to see the difference. I wanted to show you the difference in the sides. So here's the 8.5 by 7. All right. So I'm going to start by turning it so that I can score 2 inches on the 8.5 inch side. So I'm going to, let me put that box out of the way. Let me make sure I'm in the camera. 2 inches, make sure your cutting blade is out of the way. Here's my scoring blade. I'm going to go 2 inches, and that is on the long side. Then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to try not to talk too fast. I'm going to score at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches, because this is 8.5, so it's going to leave me a little 1/2 inch tab here. So there I've scored 2, 4, 6, 8, and I've got a 1/2 inch here, and I've scored 2 inches. That's going to be my bottom. And let me show you what you're going to do with this box. So first, I always recommend that you do a little pressing on those score marks, like so. And then I've got the 2 inches down here. If you have the pattern, or when you have the pattern, you'll see that we're going to remove this little 1/2 inch by 2 inch piece here. When I go to do my bottom, I always like to cut a little wedge out. So I'm going to cut a wedge here. I'm going to cut a slight wedge here. You won't see it as much here, but as I go, I'm going to cut up to my score line. I've got a little, I've got a light on today, so I've got a little shadowing, but that helped alleviate the shadow of my camera. So I'm cutting small wedges. As you can see, you can probably see there's a little wedge. I'm cutting a wedge. I find that my box folds a little bit better when I cut a wedge when I'm folding down. So I'm cutting small wedges here. I'm going to even finish with a small wedge here. Excuse me. Okay, so that is all scrap. We've got a 1/2 inch and then our 2, 4, 6, 8. You can see how that's going to go together, how quick. Okay, I always recommend when you're doing a box that you use tear and tape. It's just the strongest tape. I feel like it holds my things together. It's easy to use. All you have to do is tear and then peel this up. And I'm going to show you, oh, before I do that, I actually want to add my designer series paper. I find it's a little bit easier if I add my paper before I fold my box together. So I actually did a step too soon, as usual. And me, I get on camera and then I mess up, but that's okay. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to use my liquid adhesive. Just going to put that on there. And then, oh, you can put this wherever you want on your box. I'm going to put it semi in the middle. Okay. And then I'm going to remove that. I'm going to actually put a little liquid glue there since I've covered up my, tape right there. I just put a little liquid glue. I'm going to fold this down. I'm going to fold my box flat. It makes it so easy. So I'm going to take this one over here and I'm going to fold it onto it and then just press. I would, if it was just a tear and tape, I wouldn't care, but I've got a little liquid glue there. So I'm going to take a second. Now I'm going to fold my box up like this. Okay. Now I'm going to finish it. So all you have to do is push your pieces in, and you can take liquid glue. You could take tear and tape across the top. I've got my liquid glue open. So I'm just going to press that down. This is how fast this box goes together. Okay. It's time to fill it with my candy. I usually press in my sides. And then you could fold the top down. If you were using designer series paper, it would be great to just fold the top down, or you can use our new clever clasps. I think this gold one would be perfect here, and that would hold your box together. Tie a little ribbon, add a little tag. So that's what I've done here. Let me show you. I'm going to bring it up to the camera. Okay, there. So I've added a little tag. This is from the hydrangea suite. I've added a couple of I just die cut out of this paper. The other side is the yellow dots and then some red. Added a pearl, put that on, tied it with a gold cord. Needs to be trimmed down. Okay, and then I tied it onto my clasp. So now this, I can put any candy in here or whatever. But this is my go-to box. I love this box. It's easy. You don't need the pattern for it. If you can remember 2, 4, 6, 8, then you've got it set. You could cut this down. You could do a really small box, just cut at 4 inches. You have to have at least 4 inches because you've got 2 inches here. And so that would be 2 here. But I would recommend maybe 6 inches would be maybe the smallest I would go. So that is the 2, 4, 6, 8 box. Here's the pattern again in case you want to just snag a picture of it. But I'm going to put it in the comments on my Create With Me Facebook page. It won't be in the comments on my YouTube because I will be uploading it to there, but it will not be on there. If you're interested, here is the my website, createwithme.stampinup.net. There's my current host code. I got to put a little bit of Wink Stella, Kelly says. That would be a very good idea. When you do your 2, 4, 6, 8 box, Kelly, I want to see Wink Stella on it. And then if you're not already, if you're watching this on YouTube later, you can like me on Create With Me on Facebook. And of course, I always appreciate it if you like, comment, and share. That's how I can get my name out there. So please do that for me.